Hey everyone, it's Owen Tolan from Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Commonwealth Real Estate. Happy September 1st. I wanted to provide everyone with a little bit of a market update of what I've been seeing, and I have some statistics that I'd like to share. September 1st is an important date because we're seeing a lot of the spring and midsummer closings happening around this time. So it's kind of gives us a good idea of how the year is going. So year over year, compared to 2019, we're seeing about an 8% increase in home sales, which is pretty incredible because 2019 was a great year. There was no virus holding the economy back. Where 2020, it's pretty obvious that the economy is suffering, but the housing market is not. So we're seeing the housing market continue on, whether that's held up by the low interest rates or it's because there's a lot of movement going on. Movement meaning people moving out of the cities. Their housing needs have changed. Over 25% of the workforce is work from home. So we're seeing a large shift in people's needs. So with that, we're seeing the single families in very high demand and very little supply. So, it's not uncommon to see 30, 40, 50 offers on a single property out in the suburbs, whereas, that was something that would be reserved to Brookline or Cambridge. Number two, the condo market is not as strong as it's been, and that's because condos are mostly in densely populated areas. Obviously, out in the suburbs, there's townhouse style condos. But in general, I'd say the condo market is not as strong as the single family market. Obviously, with condos, especially mid rises, high rises, you're going to see more people. You're going to be densely populated. The chance for coronavirus in common areas is there, and we also people are looking for their space. They want yard space, they want outdoor space. Back in April, May, the parks were closed, and people saw that as a time to buy a house with a big yard, and so that's why condos are lagging behind single families. And then number three, multifamilies. So I know a lot of the workforce, I think it's 15 or 18% in Massachusetts is out of work right now. So a lot of those people are renters. So we are seeing it hit the rental market. The rental market's definitely not as strong as it's been, especially this time of year. This is usually where it's really busy. A lot of the schools are not back in session, or if they are, they're remote, and so people don't need to rent apartments near the universities. They don't need to rent apartments near Boston. So rentals have definitely suffered, and we're seeing that. But I think people understand that this is temporary. There's going to be a vaccine eventually. There's going to be better testing eventually, and we're going to get a handle on the coronavirus, and it won't be as infectious as it is now. So I think with the multifamily market, it's still strong. People still see it as a strong investment, and I think as long as people can hold out hope that this is going to be over soon, I think we're going to see the multifamily market demand still pretty high. So with that said, I think we're going to continue this market from the spring all the way through the fall, maybe even into the winter, or it could be an early spring market starting early February and continue on the track that we're heading. I know a lot of people think the market's going to continue on. I think the mortgage applications are up 30% from last year. So the demand is there. When there's homes with 40, 50 offers, there's 39, 49 people that didn't get the house. So the demand is there, and I think it's just going to continue on until the winter, and then pick back up early in the spring. So if you have any other specific questions, please feel free to reach out. And if not, have a good day. Thanks.